All right, everyone, welcome in. It's a new day. I don't know what. Looks like we have one person in here already. I don't know if that's just myself or if that's everyone included. This is the first time I'm doing a live stream from my computer in like 5 years. So, with that said, I gotta switch this over to live chat. Man, this is so much easier than using a cell phone. But yeah, I'm gonna just try to figure out what this kind of is all about. Pamela, hello. LaFonda, hello. See, this is so much different. If anyone out there, if you guys are watching, you guys have been tuning into my other live streams, I would love to know if anything looks any different on your end. On my end, I have like 1,000 different options here to choose. I got like this thing that says live chat, top chat, whatever. That's on the other ones. This thing says fan funding. Not sure what that is. There's something with a goal, which I think if I click the goal button, it's going to do some sort of ask you guys for money thing. So we might just hit that just to see what it is, but don't just donate money because I clicked something. Um, I know if this thing it does make it so you have to be a subscriber, which is nice because that eliminates a lot of the trolls. Um, but yeah, we're here. It's also nice because I can actually read the chat. So this was actually funny enough. We got trolls already. Looks like you gained 25 pounds. Tisk tisk. I did just eat dinner, so maybe I did gain 25 pounds. I can see kind of the camera goes in and out, like focus wise. It almost looks like it goes from light to dark. How's the weather? Weather right now here is kind of chilly. You guys can see I'm in a hoodie. Kind of chilly, being honest. I mean, we went my last live stream, it was like what, 90 something degrees in the garage, and now I'm in here. I had to actually turn the heat up to 72. So the house actually got up to 86 degrees during this past week. I decided, screw that. I'm putting in my air conditioner and putting the air conditioner. I used it for one night and that was the end of that. So yeah, that was pretty much that. So what's up, Phil's fan? How's it going? Yeah, it's nice from this end. I can actually see all the chat. When I was actually looking at you're in your camper right now, I had to run the heater. Yeah, no, it's what happened to the weekend? I thought we were supposed to have a nice week. I've got everything going on right now. I just heard my furnace kick on. So I don't know if you hear that, but it sounds like a booming sound. I have the sump pump going on like every 30 seconds. Where's the pup? I won't say anything because if she gets worked up, we'll have to end up this live stream because she will not stop until whatever. But she is like that way, probably about 15 feet right now, laying down. But yeah, no, this was like supposed to be a nice weekend, right? We're supposed to have a nice little party going on, get together, start of summer, right? Hear about all this beach stuff. Cold. It's like 46 degrees right now, Fahrenheit. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Hey, Carol. Try to run through some of these names. It's like the chat goes pretty fast and then it goes away. Jojo, hello. Susie, hello. Sampina, Willie Jackson, hello. How's it going? We got 118 people in here, but yeah, it's a little bit different. I kind of just touch base on it a little bit. It's nice to be able to sit in a chair rather than stand around in a garage. It's also nice to be able to like read a chat and have things just not disappear in 15 seconds. So that's good. Hello from Southern Ohio, Mr. Stacks, hey there, Mike, Saskatchewan. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly. Saskatchewan is actually pretty far from here. I also never did a mic check, but I think everyone would probably be saying that you can't hear me if you couldn't hear me. So, tomato, tomato, right? I do know one thing with these live streams is apparently like when I read your comments and I answer them or I do something. Hello from Missouri. I know there's supposed to be a delay. So that is one thing I do know. South America, audio is good. See, that's crazy because I know I mentioned that this is my first live stream now in like 5 or so years from a computer. I used to use my laptop, my old laptop, to do the live streams. And on on my end, the technology aspect of this is completely different. A lot of things have changed in 5 years through YouTube. I had to download a different browser because I couldn't use my default Safari browser. Mozilla Firefox also didn't work for whatever reason, so I had to download another browser. But like all these different buttons, different things to press. I actually, with my other, when I did the live stream with the old computer, what was it? 5 years ago, right? I had to actually go out and buy my separate camera and a separate speaker. So fortunately, I don't have to do that. Do I like dramatic movies or comedies or horror? I don't really watch any movies. I really don't. I first, oh, salsa just rolled around. I thought she was going to get up and start bothering me. But I don't really watch movies. I just, it's just something that I never really even got into in my whole life. Never really watched movies. Friends would go to the movie theater, had no interest. Hey, Robert. I believe Robert, are you the one who made me the other vehicles? I actually have this thing actually sits on my desk. Beautiful. Beautiful piece. The van is also, yes, Robert, thank you. I appreciate it. You sent me some really awesome. Actually, on the other side of this wall is the van, and I believe there is the Jeep, right? You sent me the black Jeep. Well, I can't see it because it's on the other side of this wall. But yes, it's over there. I was going to actually switch it out. But, I mean, the little beach buggy thing has been really nice there. It's been there for what, a couple of years now. It doesn't move. But greatly appreciate you. Make some awesome work. The Jeep truck, holy smokes, I thought someone stole it for a second. But I appreciate it. Thanks. If you're really bored and you want to make another one, I mean, I have the other ones displayed. They did not get put in storage far, far away. So really cool work. Appreciate it. How old is Salsa? Salsa is 7. And you can also kind of see that she's starting to get that like sugar face, which she's been getting it for a couple years now. Michael, raised in Penargil. I just saw that. Graduated in 1984. Very interesting. So I have actually a couple friends who I've made over the years who have graduated from Penargil. So maybe you graduated with them, or at least you went to school with them. I know Pat Dees, one of my moderators. Pat, I believe he graduated from Penargil. I don't want to say his year because I don't know his year, but I think it was late 80s or early 90s. Also have a couple other friends. I coached baseball with another guy who I think graduated 89 or 88. The guys might have checked out that abandoned storage unit video. The guy who actually bought that property graduated from that same high school as well. So very, very cool. That video did very well. People seem to really love it. So I appreciate that. I'd love to do more kind of content like that, but it's just more about finding the opportunities to do that. I found a better quality guitars and storage units. Man, that's a great question. Try to remember the last time I found any audio stuff in storage units. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Really can't. I appreciate it, JDH. Appreciate that. Love Golden's Black Labs. Yeah, Margaret, I agree with you with that one. Eastern Kentucky. Mike with the Wii. Video games, Wii. I don't know. What's Wii? Maybe you said something. I don't know. Hello there. Maybe you might have to type hi and it autocorrected to Wii. Kansas here. You guys are from everywhere. Very, very cool. If you guys haven't already, I don't know if I can even hit this like button. No, I can't. But if you guys are here, you're stopping in, hit the like button on the video. I know last time I yapped about that. We got to like 300 people out of nowhere, which was definitely pretty cool. I don't know why YouTube does things like that. I really don't. I mean, the algorithm thing of YouTube, people ask me all the time about this, that, algorithms. I don't know. Just hit the like button. I've been telling people to do for 8 years now. But I appreciate it. For some reason, whenever people interact with it, it tells other subscribers to jump on in. And I know last time I posted a video, it said something like I had 300 live viewers, and then over the course of 5 days, it was like 5,900 people joined in for the replay of the video. Hello from South Dakota. Hello, Sheila. Beans, Linda, Okie, Pamela, Beans again, Jan, Ramlin, Vicky. Man, you guys are really from everywhere. Wade, Joe. Hopefully, I call your name there. But yeah, if anyone is anyone doing anything very special? I mean, I guess tomorrow, anyone having any good parties? I didn't get any invites from anyone, so I don't even know what the weather is tomorrow. I think it's supposed to rain again here in Pennsylvania. 7:01 right now, so I'd imagine no one else is going out for parties tonight. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. How you doing, Jack? We are here. We're live, coming at you. Maine. Bob's in Maine. Susan's in Northern Ohio. Carol asks, "How's the new truck rank?" Oh, that's a great question. So I kind of, I like the truck. Um, I don't know. The second I drove off the lot, it kind of has like, I wouldn't say a pool. It's just different. Like the vehicles nowadays are just so different. Like it's almost like I say a pool because like I guess the transmission's almost like grabbing it or has different features like the auto brake. Like there's just so many random things with it. But in terms of do I like it? I absolutely love it. It does drive a little bit bigger than the other Jeep. You would think that the smaller Jeep Gladiator trucks don't drive that big, but I mean, like parking, it's like I have to be pretty much perfect to fit in just one spot. Otherwise, I stick out into two spots, which I wasn't really expecting because I thought the Gladiator truck was smaller. I know my cargo van, if I ever go to like the grocery store, I always have to park like in the back. I skip like the first 20, 25 spots unless no one's there. And I just kind of park far away and just walk because I'm not just going to be that guy who takes up two parking spots. Anyone who drives like a big truck or a cargo van or has a trailer or something like that, yeah, really, you can't park close to wherever you want to park. You got to park a little farther and just walk. Just being a little bit courteous. So that's like one thing I noticed with this Gladiator truck because I didn't expect it to be as long as it is. But um, why did I try for a Toyota? So I really like the way I didn't really like the new Toyota look, being honest. And the new Toyotas, they were too new when they switched over their model style. Like their new Toyota Tacomas, like in the last 2 years of production or 3 years. I think it's 2 years. And the Gladiator has been out for quite some time. So I know the new Tacomas apparently have some issues with them. And then the new Gladiators, they apparently fixed the issues within the last 3 years. So we'll see with that. My first vehicle, no, I wouldn't say my first vehicle I ever drove, but in school. Scorpio, what's happening, man? How you doing? My first vehicle when I was in school, I actually drove my roommate's Toyota Tacoma. It's a 2001. And I asked him why he sold it. And he sold for like $2,000 or something. I was like, I would have bought that in a heartbeat. But he said that the whole vehicle was shot. I mean, it had like 220,000 miles on it. You know, that was back in like 2012. So why don't I ever go to Goodwill bins? Great question. I don't know. I just it's kind of far. I don't know how far. It's like an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. And it's just like it's one of those things. So like one thing with me is like I don't do estate sales. I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but like going to a estate sale, the one I like I'm not like super cheap, but like it really sucks when you go to a estate sale, you find stuff you like, and you're like, what are they going to charge me? Like, are they going to charge me $20? They charge me $5? Or are they going to say something ridiculous like $250? And are they going to make a joke like, oh, 200? Oh, we're just joking. Give me 150 or 100. And then you're like, well, I was thinking like $10. So I hate that anxiety of that whole thing. And I hate the whole anxiety of spending an hour looking for stuff or going to Goodwill bins, spending 2 hours, 3 hours waiting for rotations. And then you just waste your time. Right. So that's same thing with estate sale. I mean, you can spend 2 or 3 hours and just waste your time. Yeah, hold on. I gotta see what eBay says. Or this is one trick that a lot of people don't know, and I know this because I have a good friend, Chad. See, I almost forgot his name. He says when he goes to the flea market, he sometimes finds this guy who sells a lot of stuff. He doesn't. It's not that he doesn't know what he has, but he's like there's just a flea market guy, and he'll make up a pile of stuff. And what the guy will do, and this is actually something that a lot of other people do, and I've heard stories about this, especially with like clothing people, where people they throw a huge pile of clothes in the a pile, and then they don't have any clue what the clothes are worth, but they're selling them, and they have somebody dig, and the guy's like, well, how much do you want for this? How much you want for that? And the guy's like, digging through the shirts, or like you're digging through the shirts. You ask the guy how much you want for this. And the seller would say, just make a pile up, let me know. And you make a pile up after digging for an hour, and he charges you some extreme price, and you're like, and start throwing back a couple shirts, and then you say, how about half of what you said, or a third of what you said for this. And in the guy's mind, he might be thinking, oh, I'd sell these t-shirts or clothes for 50 cents or a dollar, but he charges you $20 or $10 an article of clothing. What you did was you took out all the best things from that pile, and you pretty much said, this is the best stuff. Here it is. I know you don't know it's the best stuff, but here it is. And he's thinking that you know the best stuff, and he's going to just charge you whatever price because you did all the work. Um, so that's why I don't like estate sales. I feel like sometimes the people at estate sales will like say, "Oh, you know what the good stuff is? I kind of know what it is, but you know what it is. All right, I'm going to charge you a lot more than what I've charged somebody 5 hours from now because clearly you know what's worth it, and you were waiting in line, and they upcharge you. I hate that. That's crazy, crazy. Yeah, it's you just uh, fires me up, fires me up. So yeah, they do that at estate sales like all the time. Don't like it. Flea markets, be careful of it. Like if you start spending a lot of time and the person hasn't given you a price, they might be trying to wait you out. That's why when I sell at flea markets, like everything here is a dollar. It says it there. That's what it is. When you come up with a pile of stuff, it's a dollar each. I don't mind bundling a little bit, but I'm not going to say, oh, I'll give you a good deal. And then like you spend an hour there and I don't have the prices and I just make up a price. Yeah, we don't do that. That's crazy. That's how you lose customers forever. I like the auctions you go to, wish them you had them there. Yeah, I do, I might be going to some sales this week. Yeah, I do enjoy state auctions, and that's another thing. It's like you kind of have to thin out the auction companies that you like going to, um, and especially if they have auctions on the same day. There's 3 or 4 auction companies. You got to remember who treats people fairly, who is a pleasant to be around, who doesn't make fun of you when the prices go too cheap, and that you're taking advantage of them because all of a sudden you're getting stuff for a great deal. Like there's just so many different things with that. I think if you're in this business, you'll definitely learn. I did see one question far back that somebody said something about the $1 storage unit, if I found anything great in there. Um, no, I did a little bit more research. Actually, the canister sets are in my garage. So, and the Cricut box I have not even opened up. I haven't looked at the box of cords. But in terms of finding anything else, out of all like the empty boxes or a box that were kind of like trash, I went through all of that. I sorted all that. I took stuff to the recycling place already. Um, in terms of that, no, I did not. I did not find anything great. Yeah, the whole rattling off eBay prices instead of sold prices. Oh, another thing is like, I don't know if you noticed this, but if you don't have best offer on your eBay listing, if it's just like, let's say you have it for $100 and then you send out an offer for like $40, if you go into sold, it will say it's sold for $100. It will not say best offer accepted. It only says best offer accepted if you have it listed for $100 or best offer. Someone sends you an offer for whatever, then it will say best offer accepted. So that can really screw things up if you go based off sold items. I don't know if anyone else knows that, but I noticed that last year. I'm pretty sure it's the same way. Is that if you don't have best offer on there, but you are a seller and you send out an offer, when you look in your sold listings, it's going to say it's sold for the listed price, not whatever you sold it for. Hey, Steve, how's it going? How's Florida doing? You haven't missed anything up at the flea market? Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't been there this year, but how's it going? I haven't been to that auction company either. Just talking about auction. I haven't been to the auction since 2020. Used to see you at all the time. A lot of good stuff. Um, yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Somebody asked, how do I like the new Jeep? I talked a little bit about it earlier in the video, but yeah, no, I love it. It's nice. It's nice to have a truck. What I do need to do with it is I need to figure out something for the truck bed because I went out and about today and I was like, do I really put this on my back seats? New vehicle, don't really want to put like 30 boxes in my back seat. It's like kind of cringe a little. So I was going to put it in a truck bed, but I was like, it might blow out. So I just threw it in the van and left. Said, screw it, whatever happens, happens. So I got to get like a topper, like a Tanua, whatever it's called, a cover for the back. Which another thing, like if you're negotiating, just getting a little sidetracked. If you try negotiating at a car dealership for like parts or something, like so I was trying to like say, oh yeah, I'll do that price if you throw in like a cover. They weren't going to do it. They're like, oh, that you have to go through the parts department. I just like whatever. We got a good deal going on, which I'm fine with. Don't need to be too crazy with that. I know with my Ford van that I was able to throw in the headache rack for free. Make sure if you're buying a van to always get that headache rack, that back paneling. What's going on, Kev? How you doing? Is it soggy? Is it wet down there? Cast iron starting to get a little what was I going to say? Not sparkly. Little rust spots on it. You know what I'm talking about. Well, Saul's thinking of the new Jeep. She's not really a huge fan. She can't jump. She can't jump on the back. She's perfectly allowed to, but she just doesn't. Oh, I appreciate that, Cammy. Lawrence, Kansas. Thank you for that. Saul's getting the Jeep now. No, she doesn't. She does. I kind of wish she Tano cover. There you go. Yeah, something like that. Whatever you call it, something like that. We have 248 people in here, so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in on a Sunday afternoon. But yeah, I wish Sauce would come. I would actually like move the camera there, but literally it's my entire monitor, so we can't do that. Can't do that. I appreciate it, Steve. Oh, Finn, thank you for that. Oh, Rachel, hubby and I watch your videos every night. Thank you for your enjoyable videos. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Rachel. You don't have to leave a super chat, but much appreciated. Hopefully, you're having a great Sunday afternoon. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this stream, watching me every night. I'm amazed that you guys enjoy or keep me involved in your lives, but I appreciate that. I'm very proud of that you guys truly enjoy watching my content over and over, and thank you for that. Do you find something helpful to drink to help hydrate you? Funny enough, I got the Gatorade hydrate. So this is ridiculous. Think about it. This is ridiculous. Is that it was so hot last Monday, Sunday, or Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now I'm in a sweatshirt. So no, I got the hydration Gatorade. So whatever that stuff is, that I don't know, it's like $2 morning Gatorade. That stuff actually really helped. I don't know if it's like, I don't know, whatever it is, it is. How do I get my name? So my name Taco Stacks. It's well, I've talked about a couple times. I'll kind of make an abbreviated thing. It was just kind of a thing from a college with a couple friends. It's kind of like Taco Stacks meant good people. Not like really meant good people, but there's like a kind of a, if you knew Taco Stacks, like the term Taco Stacks, you're a part of the group, and it's like, oh, okay, you're all right. So it came from the place Moe's. If you ever been to Moe's, they actually used to sell Taco Stacks, and it was like kind of like an inside joke. And yeah, the story kind of sucks, so that's why I don't really talk much about it. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story. Good talk. But no, that's it. Literally just was like an inside joke kind of thing, and then I was like, well, that's kind of a cool name. My hydrating the night before. I'm hydrating 24/7. We got water bottles on water bottles on water bottles around here. How many more years going trash pick? Oh man, how many more years? I don't know. We'll keep going. Until the engine falls apart, we're going to try to keep going. Definitely a lot of. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. A lot of things are changing around here with the trash picking world. I've always mentioned that since I started from the very beginning. Trying to think off the top of my head. There was There was 4 other towns I trash picked when I first started doing YouTube. And now, in a couple months, there's going to be 5 other towns that I used to trash pick that I no longer will be trash picking in because everything has changed. They got automated garbage pickup. They switched to bulk pickup. They switched days. Um, they only do bulk pickup once a month. I also said they switched days. So we're losing 5 towns. It's crazy. Robust. Thank you for the Canadian $10. Treat yourself to Dunkin' Donuts. Robust. Thank you for that. You've always sent me super chats in the past and you've been very supportive of the channel. Much appreciated. Hopefully you're having a great Sunday afternoon. And thank you for the $10 Canadian super chat. I don't even know why I wasn't thinking that you were from Canada, but thank you for that. Much appreciated. Thank you for all the support over the many years and the holiday gifts as well. Much appreciated. Thank you. Have I thought about going to other counties in PA? You know, I actually kind of thought that. So I used to go to Scranton to go to thrift stores quite often. And when YouTube kind of was like just kind of starting off as kind of building the channel, I was like, maybe I'll come up here to go trash picking. And it's not like something I wouldn't want to do. I think it's just right now it's too difficult because it's almost like you have to learn a whole different environment, right? You have to learn a whole different whatever you want to call it, different schedule, different roads. In terms of going to different, counties. So counties and counties, there's probably just other towns around here I can try, but I have to just learn whatever their bulk or whenever their pickup is. It's just more about a learning process, which is, I know I get the question I asked a lot is like, how do you know when trash pickup is? Like, how do you know what town to go for certain trash days? And just like, you got to try like going to this town on Monday, there's no garbage out. All right, then go back on Tuesday. There's no garbage out. Then go back on Wednesday. And so it's like a lot of driving back and forth. So, yeah, used to go over to Jersey 2 times a month. Yeah, see, it's a lot of people used to tell me, like a good friend, Blue Bus Dave, he used to tell me to go to Jersey for their bulk pickup. But, it's one of those things, you just got to know what town the bulk pickup is in New Jersey. But I never really actually thought about that. So, Muscle, what's happening? Getting a lot of control over there in all caps lock. How many miles on your van? Great question. I think like 93,000. Which is actually funny enough. When I was wiping off the front, like the window to try to clean it, I wiped off the sticker that says how many miles you have until next oil change. So I don't even know when my next oil change is. I'm just going to guess and probably saying 1,000 miles. And if not, it is what it is. Right? We'll figure it out. Do I have any more than one pet? No, I just have Salsa Dog. Live in Berks County and Reading, and whenever I drive by the house of stuff, I say Taco would like that. I appreciate that. Or Taco would take that. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Like when I don't know, like when I used to watch certain content creators, when they would do something where I drive through certain towns, I'd be, man, that person would probably really like doing that. Or hey, is that person's truck? I'd really think like that. It's crazy how like you start thinking about things and just it's interesting. Yeah, they should have my record over there. They've also sent me like a text message, like, I don't know, 4 times in the last 2 months that I have to get like an inspection, but my inspection is not due for like 2 more months. So why don't I ever check dumpsters? Dumpsters in this area usually are locked, so we don't really do a lot of dumpster diving around here. Where was I thinking about going? Oh, the place so I used to go to like that pallet auction. I really love their green bins. The company actually moved away from the area. And they used to always have a dumpster out there. And I think they officially moved away because I keep thinking when I used to go to that auction, they used to actually throw those green bins in the dumpster, not like 100 at a time, but like there'd be like 1 or 2 in there. I should have always went back over there and grabbed them. But I didn't. And now we're here, schlepping along. How many towns will I have left? Like 3? Maybe 3, 4. Something like that. We'll go here for probably another 5 or so minutes. I was only going to be on here for like 10 minutes. I want to see Um, actually, yeah, we own it for like 5 or so minutes. I wanted to just see what this whole system was with this. I was going to say Facebook. This computer. So much. I mean, I should start pressing random buttons and see what happens. But I appreciate it, Cast Iron Kev. Ah, some things on here says you don't have access to this feature. What does that mean? Like, how do I not have access to this feature? What, you gotta be special for that? Probably, I don't know what's going on here. All right, I'm gonna click this gold button and see what happened. Oh no, we're not doing that. Goal amount, 30-minute timer. Share how you'll celebrate super chat goal. Definitely not doing that. That's crazy. Live chat, fan funding, top chat. What does this do? Oh, I can talk to you guys. Ah, see, you can't do that on the whatchamacallit, on the phone. You can't do. There's so many things you can't do. There's like 7 different buttons up here. I know there was one that you can put like a background. Um, I don't know where that went. I like how I typed in hello and I had one comment out. Oh, there we go. We got one after it. 2 after it. Oh, buddy. Man, this is crazy. We're going to have to try to figure. I'm going to have to try to figure out something that I can do with a live stream from my computer. That feature is for if you're playing a video, you can narrate behind the video. Narrate behind the video. I feel like you're just saying something. Narrate behind a video. What is it? Manage. No, this is like a photo. It's got like a little picture of a photo. I appreciate that, Laura. Yeah, I never, actually never been like to like Wilson area either. That's on the other side. Wilson's a very interesting area where it's like so many different parts. I've never been over there, but I think they also have automated garbage pickup. So I appreciate that, Henry. Haven't seen. See, I feel like I haven't seen your comment in a long time, Henry. Appreciate that. You've been around here for a very long time here on the Taco Stacks YouTube channel. Seen your name here probably for 7 or 8 years. That's what I recognize the profile photo, but I'll like it's like the name I kind of recognize. So if anyone out there wants to be like, I don't know if like put a profile photo. Like I know a lot of people. Like I know there's a bunch of people out there, but having a profile photo, like I remember things. So I appreciate that. I'm not saying you have to get a profile photo. I'll probably remember your name if you guys comment a lot or use certain emojis like those. Definitely know that. Kendra, thank you for that. Yes, or Kendar. It's called you Kendra. But yeah, no, it's a. I try to keep everything very authentic and realistic. I try to cut out all the like the I don't know, the fluff. I include some like portions. I think in the last one, the dollar one of like the elevator. What I don't really include is like the elevator going through the door and then having to come back in and punching in the code every single time you want to get back into the building. That kind of sucks. But like that's a like these are like the things that like if you buy a storage unit, you probably wouldn't know just from watching a YouTube video. But like small things like that is just like it's very time consuming. It's very time consuming if you buy an indoor unit at some of these facilities. The whole punching in the codes into the, every single time you go to your vehicle to unload, you want to go back in to the elevator to go get your stuff. You gotta, put your code in. So if you're working with someone, you both better have your code. Like if take a photo on your phone, both of you, because they'll give you one slip. You don't want to be locked out and then try to figure out how to get back in if you don't have the code to get back in. So make sure if you're doing it, that is one helpful tip I will definitely give you because it's not something that's going to be in a YouTube video is that portion, right? So you don't want to be stuck outside trying to get back in and there's no service and you can't get a hold of someone. Your phone is up in the facility. Trust me. Best find. So recently my best find, I think it was last spring. Found a box of silverware on a garbage can that wasn't even a garbage picking video. It was just like I was driving back from somewhere and, box of silverware. And it turned out it was all sterling silver. Unfortunately, I did turn it in before sterling went through the roof, but it was literally a whole box of it. And it was probably about $800 worth. So, yeah, that was nice. That was the, but I mean, if you would have waited like 3 months, it probably would have been like $1,500 worth, $1,600 worth. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? Can't win them all. Can't win them all. Very, very cool. Very cool stuff. Anyway, guys, I appreciate everyone for stopping in today. That was the worst find is finding piano. Yeah, that was, oh my goodness. Ugh. I'll save that story for another day. My feelings on that. But oh man. I will touch base. Maybe I'll touch a little bit base on. I saw like an Instagram reel of a garbage removal company, a trash removal company. It was one guy, and he has like a little mini garbage truck. And they asked if he could take the piano, and literally like the top 5 comments were like he should donate it. And I was just like, this piano is shot. Like the thing was shot. And it was like just like reliving my life. And he literally had a garbage truck, like a mini garbage truck, like the size of my van. He had literally a garbage truck, and he was struggling to get it in the garbage truck. And the thing had one of those things that grabs stuff and then lifts it. The truck wouldn't even lift up the piano. That's how heavy the piano was. And he was just there smashing and smashing. And like the top comments were like, why don't you donate that? This, that. I'm like, this guy, he can't even move with a garbage truck. It was great. It was great. It was like living my life all over again. Lego Bug, thank you for the $2 sticker. What was that, a little pear? A little apple? What we got there, Lego Bug? Nice little, like your profile photo also. Is that Mario? I think that's Mario Kart. Appreciate that. Bye, did you? You guys are funny. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for everyone who also stopped in today for the video. Somehow, some way, we have 274 people in here and 265 likes. So it means everyone pretty much hit the like button here. Thank you for that. You guys did a good job. And thank you for tuning in on a Sunday afternoon. Pennies sliding in there late with a $10 super chat. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. I don't know if I can maybe even do so. I can't even do anything. All right, hit the like button on it. Pennies, thank you for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated. And to everyone else who left super chats, super thanks in today's live stream. Like I always say, you guys don't have to do that, but it always is very, very thoughtful. And thank you guys and girls for tuning in. Hopefully you guys all have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your holiday weekend if you are having a holiday weekend here. And like I said, thank you to everyone who left super chats. Thank you for everyone tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time for a next episode here. It's been fun. It's been a pleasure. It's cool to try this live stream over here on the computer, and if you guys are tuning in for a replay, enjoy the rest of your day. If not, everyone else, enjoy the rest of your night. As always, have a great day. Keep living a dream. Peace.